Hi, I'm Maricela Reyes, and I will be talking to you today about the Department of the Economy, specifically the Higher Education Division in Northern Ireland. So, the role of the division is to formulate policy and administer funding to support education, research, and related activities. Unlike other parts of the United Kingdom, the Northern Ireland Division has both the role of a government department and the funding council. It covers 3 different universities and 2 university colleges listed there, as well as 6 further education colleges. Further education colleges offer a range of academic, vocational, technical, and professional courses. They use the labor market information and relationships with local and regional employers to ensure that they offer qualifications reflective of the job market. The structure of the division consists of 8 different branches. One is the student finance, the other is the finance, policy, widening participation, research policy, mobility, improving quality, and strategy and program management office. The first one we will be talking about is the student finance. Listed here is the different types of student finance students in Northern Ireland can receive. The main ones that I have bolded are the ones I will be talking about. So they have student loans that are similar to that of the United States. They offer 2 different types. One is the student loan for tuition fees. The other is student loan maintenance. For a student loan for tuition fees, it covers the full amount charged for tuition, which in Northern Ireland is £4,160. It is paid directly to the institution. And for the student loan maintenance, it covers accommodation and other living costs. It is based on their household income, where they live while studying, and whether the student is in their final year of the course, as well as if they receive any support from the maintenance grant. This is paid into the student's bank account in 3 installments. One is at the start of each term. And for both of the loans, interest accrues from the moment they are paid out to that student. For the maintenance grant, there are actually 2 different grants, the maintenance grant and special support grant. For the maintenance grant, some of it is paid instead of the student loan for maintenance, and in other words, it would reduce the amount you can get through student loans. For the special support grant, it actually replaces the maintenance grant for certain groups of students entering higher education. If you get the special support grant, it wouldn't affect how much you can get through the student loan for maintenance. And to qualify, you would either be a single parent or another student parents if they have another partner who is also a student, or a student with certain disabilities. And then for the All-Ireland Scholarship, the All-Ireland Scholarship Scheme is funded by the J.P. McManus, and it provides financial support of £5,500 per academic year to the top performing students from low-income households intending to do an undergraduate course in the United Kingdom or Republic of Ireland. For finance, the finance branch is responsible for financial support of the sector and the promotion of good financial practice. It provides funding each year to the 5 universities and university colleges, as well as the 6 regional further education colleges. The allocations that were made were aimed to enhance universities' research capabilities and quality, to support long-term sustainability, to exploit the university contribution to the economy, to increase participation and widen access for underrepresented groups, to improve quality and standards of teaching and learning, and to ensure effective governance of all the university's affairs. For legislation, they also make grant payments to institutions. The policy branch is responsible for formulating and implementing policies relating to teaching and learning, student support and alternative provider policy, teaching funding policy, the provision of information about higher education, as well as it also administers the All-Ireland scholarships. The Widening Participation Branch is responsible for facilitating and increasing the participation of underrepresented groups, in particular students from disadvantaged groups with learning difficulties or disabilities. There was in September 2012, the minister launched Access to Success, which is a strategy used to increase local higher education and further education provisions. The branch also has capital funding to assist the universities in improving access for disabled students. It also has the widening access and participation plans. which is for any institution that decides to raise tuition has to have an access agreement set in place for students that may not be able to afford the raise in tuition. They also have done the sign language policy, which developed a range of sign language courses, which thereafter it increased the number of trained tutors that would be available for deaf students or hearing impaired students. For the research policy branch, they are responsible for administering funding and formulating policies for research and knowledge exchange and activities. The mobility branch supports the higher education sector in relation to international, European, and cross-border mobility and strategic partnerships. Graduating to Success is another strategy that has devoted a section to internationalization. It aims to increase the number of international students, encourage mobility of home students and staff, develop international institutional partnerships. It also has project teams focusing on maximizing international mobility and facilitating cross-border cooperation and student flows. The mobility branch also funds and manages the department's involvement in a range of international higher education programs and scholarships. The branch also partners with the United Kingdom government, the Republic of Ireland government, devolved administrations, and the higher education sector to influence international policy and mobility issues affecting Northern Ireland. The Improving Quality branch is underpinning statutory responsibility to make provision for the assessment of the quality of provision that it funds are set out under Article 102 of the Education and Libraries Order 1986. It has three different core elements. It's the baseline regulatory requirements, which is with a single gateway for entry to the higher education system and a period of closer engagement and monitoring for recent entrants. The risk-based and context-sensitive review arrangements is established providers with rapid, tailored intervention when things go wrong. Protection of the international reputation of United Kingdom higher education is the last element. And for the last branch, Strategy and Program Management Office, it oversees the implementation of the projects resulting from the Northern Ireland Higher Education Strategy Graduating to Success, as well as the Access to Success strategy. So this branch coordinates overall implementation. It ensures successful delivery of both projects. It also has three different committees / groups. So it has the implementation committee, program steering group, project management board, which all oversee different parts of implementing both of these different strategies and the projects that are happening within each strategy. It also has the higher education strategy e-zine, which is basically a mailing list for key stakeholders and interested parties to learn about the progress of each strategy, so the Access to Success and Graduating Success strategy. And this is my reference. And thank you. Can't wait to see you all in Ireland. Bye.